Hi y'all, my name is Sayroan Sanai, and today I will be reciting a poem called Who Am I? So, y'all ready? Even if y'all not, here goes nothing. Who am I? I'm Sayroan, I'm 22, I'm a sister to 10, and I am the future. Daughter of a mother who used to always tell me I'm a shiny new Apple iPhone, I am smart, and I'm pretty. Daughter of a father who used to always tell me I have a voice of a wolf and a heart of a lion. I am brave, but I'm also timid, you see. I want to become a crime fighter, a police officer, what they call it nowadays, the one who has no morality in this injustice system, or the one who beat down blacks. You see, I quote the word black because my black is not different from your black. In fact, I'm so black that I grew up on the south side of Grand Rapids. A small inhabitant of a community called the projects, low income, scarce on food, but just enough to survive. I'm so black that when you press against my skin, you could feel the heat radiating against my melanin tone. I'm so black that my thoughts intertwine with my tight curls, but I am this way because I know what it feels like to struggle. I know what it feels like to have no aspirations, and I know what it feels like to have no motivation. They ask me what my picture look like. I say I'm just like you. I'm the next big thing. I'm Sayroan, I'm 22, I'm a sister to 10, and I am the future. Thank you. Thank you, snaps. Thank you.
Welcome, Sayroan, to the Larae Way.
Thank you for having
have
me.
you.
Thank you for
How are
having
you
me.
doing today?
I'm good. I'm excited. You know, I've been waiting on this day forever. I'm just no, stop. No, but I've really been waiting on this day since you, like, you know. Yeah, since you told me about it. I'm like, yes, like the right way. I'm excited. So you got to be on the podcast too, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tell us a little bit more about your podcast.
Okay, so I have a podcast. It's called Sister Podcast. And basically, the podcast is just like talking about everything womanly, like everything we endure, everything the women go through. We go through, like, just different variety of topics, like, you know, guys, platonic relationships, romantic relationship, just self-love, just things that we can relate to, self-esteem, and, you know, it's a great, you know, and also, like, financial literacy, too.
Ooh.
Yeah, yes, and, like, hair, just everything.
Just
I mean,
anything,
yeah,
like,
anything, everything, like, as a girl, like,
yeah,
so.
That's good.
Yeah.
Like, that's a good platform.
It's really a motivational. Like, it's for women, though, like, you know, because I got 9 sisters.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, and 1 brother, so, like, I grew up around women my whole life, so, like, I do nothing but uplift women, because it's like, if you don't love women, then, you know,
If
do you
don't
really
love women,
that's what I'm saying. Do you really love yourself?
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, that's that.
That's where you come from. Everybody.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Like, everybody in this room.
Yeah. Literally.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we really.
If you say you didn't come from a woman, you're lying.
No, we're really that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, women really rule the world, you know? No shade to man.
No shade.
No shade to y'all.
Y'all ain't that good.
Yeah, y'all not that good. I'm just kidding. But yeah, so that's basically what Sister Podcast is all about. So.
And, like, where can they find you? Like, when are you uploading your episodes?
Yeah, y'all. So stay tuned. In, like, February, you can find me on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, everywhere. Apple Music, Spotify. It's gonna be on all that. Like, it's gonna be legit. Like, real.
I'm gonna link it in the bio too. So
Okay. Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
See, love a black woman from affinity to
Of
affinity.
course, you
Love
gotta
it.
support.
That's what I'm saying.
For
So.
real.
Yeah.
So one of the things that I really love about you is that you're very open and expressive.
Yeah.
But you talked about like how you weren't always like that.
Yeah.
So, like, what changed?
A lot changed. Life changed. My perspective changed. Me realizing who I am changed, you know? Me realizing that I'm really that one, you know? But that was when I was younger, though. Like, I feel like I'll just give you a whole spiel starting out, though. But, like, when I was younger, like, growing up as a woman, it's hard. Like, it's really hard, especially when all you see is societal standards and all you see is, like, women on media. And when you look at them, you look at yourself, comparison is a thief of joy. Like, you look at them like, oh, you know what I'm saying? What do they have that I don't have, you know? And then also, I feel like media also sexualize women with, like, big butts and all this. Oh, I gotta be thick to be considered. No, I don't. I'm me.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm beautiful, natural. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I just changed my perspective. And one day I was just like, you know what? I'm really her, and I actually
Yeah,
believe
I'm
this.
really
So
her.
I'm really like, no, seriously, and I actually like, I didn't say it just to say it like one day and just thought it wasn't just like this. It over time, and then also I just started doing stuff that boosted my confidence like throughout the whole time, and it's just like now, like it's kind of like you got to believe it with every fiber in your body, because it's like if you go up to somebody right now and they tell you like, you know, your name not Ari, you're gonna look at them like, what are you talking about? Like, that's my name. Like, my name is Ari. But for me, you're supposed to believe in yourself and love yourself that much.
Yeah.
Because, like, when somebody tells me, like, oh, you're not that, or you're not good enough, or you're not, I'm looking at you like, you're crazy.
Yeah.
I'm that. Like, you know, so it's just the thought process that changed, and then the perspective, really, to be honest with you. And also, who you hang around, like, I'm going to tell you more about that too. Like, friends that you hang around and all that, like, could really play a part in how you feel about yourself and your confidence as well. So,
you also spoke a lot, like, about your family dynamic.
Yeah.
And, like, your culture and, like, the things that you experienced with your mom.
Yeah.
And how that made you feel. Can you just, like, explain a little bit more about that?
Yeah.
And where, like, what is your culture too? Like, where
Okay.
you guys from?
Okay, so I'm East African. I'm Somali. And the thing with my family dynamic is, like, it's a cultural barrier there. So, like, where you would see, like, moms speaking to women in such a, like, calm, soft manner and, like, saying, like, you're beautiful. Like, I didn't want, it wasn't more as, like, I didn't want my mom to tell me, like, oh, like, I'm beautiful. I knew it. But it was just, like, it wouldn't hurt for that to, you know what I'm saying, for you to say it, because it's kind of like, you're my mom, you know what I'm saying? So I don't think it's like, you know, because my mom is a great mother, but I think it's just like where she came from, like, yeah, like in Africa, like they really don't, like they got
that
bigger,
vulnerability.
yeah, and it's like, also, I feel like my mom is like one of the moms where she's like, she's hard, like, it's like, she love you, but she in the way that she shows you is kind of like tough love, you know? So it's like, she's not going to always tell you. And I guess that's what I was lacking from her. Like, oh, tell me, like, I did this, like, tell me I'm great, like, you know? And it's like, it wasn't until, like, I found it in myself, and I was just like, oh, I don't need that. But then I had a conversation with her later on, but, like, now she's way better. Like, older, going older, like, she's way better now. But, like, when I was younger, I needed that a lot, because I feel like that played a huge part, like, in my confidence, because it was just like, I'm not hearing my mom tell me I'm doing good. You know, I'm not hearing my mom tell me that I'm beautiful. I'm her, and she's me, you know. And then you got 9 girls.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, so, yeah, that was that. So.
What, is your love language words of affirmation?
Yes, it is. Really?
Yeah.
I think it is. Well, it is words of affirmation, but I think it's because I, you know, write poetry, and I love, like, speaking, so it's just that.
What are your top 3?
Word affirmations, physical touch, and then quality time.
Me too.
Really? Oh,
I think physical touch, like, I think the last few times I took it, it got lower on the list. It used to be
really?
number 1.
Oh, really?
But it, like, got lower. I think
took
it's
it, like,
quality time first, words of affirmation, and then I think it might be becoming acts of service.
Oh.
Like, but it's kind of, like, level with physical touch a little bit.
Yeah. My top 3, like, I took it, like, 3 times, and it was the same. I think physical touch and quality time just, like, you know.
Are together.
Yeah. So, but other than that, like, words of affirmation will always be there. That's why I'm like, speak life into me. Like, you know, that's how I love. Like, I love, and the thing is, like, and it's crazy because I feel like God gave me a gift to use my voice, because it's crazy. I could have a regular conversation with people, and then I hear myself, like, speaking life into them. And I promise you, like, I don't mean to be all motivational or, like, it's just my manner. Like, it's just who I am. Like, I feel like because I exude that, like, I exude confidence, I exude, like, believing in myself. When I speak to others, that's all I see. Like, if you could look at you from, like, my lens and my eyes, you would be like, wow. Like, that's all I see. So it's just, like, I just want to support, you know. So, yeah, that's that.
So, growing up, what were, like, some of your biggest insecurities as a child?
Girl, my lips.
Really?
Yeah, because big lips wasn't, like...
You're right.
Having Afro... That's what I'm saying. Having Afrocentric features wasn't really, like, that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I used to be so insecure about my lips, but now it's like, y'all trying to have lips like mine.
Right, you trying to...
You want to... I'm the blueprint. I'm the blueprint. You wanna be. That's what I'm saying. We talking to you. I'm just kidding. That's what I'm saying. So it's just like, I used to really be insecure about like my lips and stuff because like I feel like also because when I was younger, like I used to always want to play in makeup and stuff. So like I get red lipstick and like I'll put it on. My mom used to be like, no, that's not. Like she was like, you don't. But I think a part of that is because like, you know, like you were being young, you know how when your mom's like, oh, red lipsticks is for like grown women. What are you doing? You're not
red
grown.
nail polish.
Yeah, too.
Like,
Right.
What's it gonna do? I don't understand.
For real, my nail polish red. I'm grown. Like yeah, so it's just that. But yeah, I really was insecure about my lips, and I used to be not like I used to really like used to sit up there like.
Really?
Yeah, I really used to like sit up just like. You know, because I really used to be self-conscious, but like now that's my favorite attribute about myself. Like I promise you, like that's my favorite. So it's just like
They're
wow.
beautiful.
Oh, thank you. So yeah.
So you also experienced like bullying in school, like well you said you didn't like to call it bullying, but like kind of just like people picking on you about certain things.
Yeah.
But you said you stood up to them, like
yeah, of course. Well, I don't. Yeah, I don't call it bullying because I always say something back.
Yeah.
Like, but no, but I was the one that like I wouldn't say bully the bulliers. Like I don't like, and that's the thing though. I don't like when people talk about people like for no reason because it's just like, come on. And I know we were kids, so like I don't take it to offense at all. But it's just like stop, like you know.
But even as adults, people still do.
People do that. Like you really don't got nothing else better to do just to be talking about somebody. Like that says a lot about you. Like if I see somebody like talking about somebody like you know fake bullying, like I'm looking at them like, please. Yeah. But yeah, I feel like as far as like insecurities go, like even with lips as well. That's why my was my like biggest insecurity because like I used to say my lips was big and stuff, and I didn't know that I had big lips until somebody pointed it out. Like, you know, you don't think about stuff like that until somebody make fun of you with saying that, like, oh, your lips is big. And you look,
like, wait.
Right. Then you look in the mirror like, wait. Then I start to feel, that's what I'm saying. Then I start to feel self-conscious about it. But it's like, you don't need to, like, at all. At the end of the day, like, you know, you're beautiful in your own ways. And I always say this, like, don't compare yourself to nobody at all whatsoever because it's like, sunsets and flowers are both pretty, but they're like different. They're different. So it's just like, you know, at the end of the day, like I don't compare myself to nobody, and yeah.
So let's talk a little bit more about like social media because that's like a really big part of our generation. Yeah. So like, how did that play a role in your self-love journey?
To be honest with you, social media played a huge role. Like honestly, okay, so when I first started my self-love journey, I don't call it self-love journey because it happened throughout time. It wasn't just like, oh, okay, I'm going to call it a self-love journey and I'm going to go through it. It wasn't planned, like, you know? It just happened. But social media played a huge part because, like, you get to control who you follow and who you, like on social media. Like, you have all control under that. So, like, I just started to unfollow people I feel like wasn't like me. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like I'm not gonna start to feel no type of subconsciously think like, oh, okay, like, you know, I'm not good enough, right? But then even after like my self-love journey, I followed them back. Like it wasn't people from here or anything, but like, you know, societal standard. Yeah. But like I followed them back because it didn't make me feel no type of way. Because it was just like, you know what I'm saying? Because when you reach a certain level, it's just like, okay, they're human. Like, you know, you don't compare. Like, and that's the thing, comparing. Like, you don't compare once you reach a certain level, you know? So, like, I just unfollow everybody that, you know, were deemed societal standards and start to follow people that love themselves. And I embody that. Like, you know, I was just like, okay, I'm going to be that. Like, I'm going to be that. Then after that, like, I just really started to get affirmations and write it on sticky notes. But I put affirmations everywhere, like on my mirror, like on my wall, in my room, in my car. But this was older. I still do this now. But like when I was younger, like I'll just have with me, I'll have sticky notes with me and just like write affirmations. Like, but I didn't call it affirmations then. Like I would give myself compliments. Because now it's like affirmations, but like I would give myself compliments like like you're beautiful or like, you know. So that helped me, and I did see that in a video. So that's how social media plays like a part in my self-love journey because I seen it on the video and it was like, oh, okay, and I just started to embody that and actually live it. You know, it wasn't for fake or anything. Like I really felt it. Like I'm really, you know. So that's how social media played a huge part.
So poetry is like a really big part of who you are too.
Yeah.
And like, it's helped you to express yourself on a deeper level.
Yes.
So can you tell us like the story about how
How I got into poetry?
Yes.
Okay, y'all. So it's a long story, but we got time. So poetry, when I was in 4th grade, I had a teacher. Her name was Miss Dewall. And we did a poetry like contest thing. And I wrote my first poem ever. I didn't think like, because we were learning about poetry in 4th grade and I really didn't know nothing about it. Then I wrote my first poem ever. And after class, like, she set me aside and she was like, this is a powerful poem. Like, I love this poem, like, you know, and she was telling me at first I didn't really like grasp it. I'm just looking at her like, oh, okay. Like, oh, okay. But then she was like, you need to enter a competition. Like, you got to enter a competition. Like, you are great with your words and this, that, and third. And I was like, okay, like, oh, I'm like, okay, just getting serious. Like, okay, I'm going to enter that competition. So, like, every day after school, like, we would write and stuff, and she'll teach me. And then also, like, my sister played a part. I have an older sister that was into poetry, so we would write poetry together. Like, we'll just read it out to each other and just write. And then she'll be like, she'll criticize mine in a good way, and I'll criticize. I'm like, I don't like this. Like, you know, we'll help each other out. But she was like 5 years older than me, but like, we'll just like help each other out. Then I started to love poetry, and I'm really not an expressive person. Back then I wasn't, and for me to cope with everything that I'm dealing with up here was on that journal. Like, give me a pen and give me a paper, I'm gonna write how I feel. I'm not gonna tell you how I feel, but I'm gonna write it out. You know what I'm saying? So I would write it out, and I would just like continue to write. And then it wasn't until I was 16 I performed in front of like a lot of women. Like, it was like, I think girls in the age of like 9 all the way to like 17, 18. Wow. So it was like a conference. And like I was telling you before, we did the, I think it was like a raising your voice. It was an all-women conference. And I recited my poem. And even then, like, I never recited poetry. So I was so scared. Like, when I tell you, like, I was nervous. And I had a mentor back then. Like, they were twins. And they was like, you need to go out there and do it because you could help a girl. Like, you could help a woman. You know, you could help somebody love who they really are. So then I just started to think that. And I recited poetry. After that, it was just skyrocket. Like, I was getting booked for everything, like, literally in schools. Like, people paid me. To this day, I get paid for reciting poetry, like, literally. And it's just like, wow, I'm really loving what I do, and I get paid. Like, you know, the money came.
So tell us, like, what you're doing now with the Diatribe.
Yeah, so the Diatribe is an organization, so they help, you know, younger kids, or just kids in general, or like even adults, though, because they helped me a lot. But with creative expression, where it's just like, you know, photography, arts, you know, just, you know, creatives, just really find who they are through that in Grand Rapids. So I was a teaching artist. At first I wasn't. At first I was just shadowing like the teachers. Then I became a teaching artist. So I started to like recite poetry, started to teach poetry in like summer classes with kids. And when I tell you, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm who my teacher was for me. And I was like, life just goes full circle, because it was like, what? I'm doing what my teacher did for me, you know? So I started to recite poetry in those spaces, and even then, those are, like, the Diatribe are the people that starts to pay me, like, and was like, you need to have, like, an invoice and all of this, and if you're not getting paid for this, like, you know, and I was like, wow, like, I'm gonna start doing it. So when I started doing it, and I started to up my price, like, people really pay me, like, and I'm not saying my price is just this, but people would just pay me like $250 for 5 minutes. I promise you. The right people, I promise you. I didn't got paid like $250 for 5 minutes, double that for 2 poems. You know? So it's just like, oh wow, like, y'all really love, you know what I'm saying, what I do. And this is like, wow, I just came full circle just with everything. So yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I think it's important that people pay creatives.
And that's the thing, though. Exactly.
Like, you don't get paid to be
creative,
even though it's a skill set. Just like, I don't know, somebody that knows how to do business, or knows how to manage finances, or all of those other things, they're looked at as skills. And then creative is like, well, that's just who you are. Why should I pay you for
exactly. And that's the thing, though. Like, we got to get in the habit of telling people, like, this is what I'm worth. And either you're going to, like, pay me, or you're not gonna. That's what I'm saying. You're not getting what I offer, like at all whatsoever, and I'm worth way more. You know what I'm saying? So just getting in the habit and saying like, okay, I'm worth this, and I'm gonna get paid this, and if you're not gonna pay me, then bye.
Yeah.
Like, for real. It's been a lot of people like, and the thing is, I'm not saying every poetry like or open mic, because open mics I don't like. Well, the ones that I host or people invite me to, some of them, like, I don't pay them, just depending on, then I don't get paid for them. Yeah, I don't charge them, just depending on, like, you know, who it is, and just, like, you know, because I want to do it. But, like, other than that, if it's, like, people, like, big corporations, you can give me that.
It's, like, you know you got the money.
That's what I'm saying. You're going to, if it's something, like, where, I guess, like, open mics, I wouldn't say I don't charge people at open mics, but it's, like, whereas if it's a free event for the public, I'm not charging it. Like, it's a free event. Why would I charge, you know? And it's something I love doing. Also, I love networking, too. So, like, why would I charge, you know?
Yeah. You have to have discernment in that area.
Yeah.
Like, some people, they'll just try to use you for your gifts, and then there's other people where it's like they recognize like how, you know, how much is in you.
Yeah.
So like I don't, like you said, like there's certain people that I wouldn't charge for, or there's certain events where it's like, oh, I'm coming here because I want to network, or I want to make connections. So like that's important too, but it's also important to get back like in monetary, you know, value, like the value that you put into your creativity.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
So where do you envision yourself in the future?
To be honest with you, man, where do I envision myself? I envision myself doing a lot of great things. Like, it's not one specific thing or one specific, like, thing I'm tied down to. Because, like, I'm multi-talented.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just, like, I just envision myself being happy, being peaceful, and not being content within myself, because I always want to grow, like, you know, and just being around people I could learn from. One thing about me, I love learning. Like, if you know more than me, please be around me, or I'm going to be around you, because it's just like, I'm going to get everything that I want, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to get all the knowledge that I, you know, set to achieve, you know? So it's just like, I don't want to be the one in my group to be the one to know all the answers. Because if I'm the one in the group to know everything, I'm in the wrong group.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So
that's
what I'm saying. So I have friends, like, that help me in places where I lack.
Yeah.
Like, in each of my friends, like, it's some places that I lack that I do admire them about, you know. Okay, she could teach me this, or she could teach me that, and she could teach me this, you know. So it's just like,
value to each other.
Exactly. So it's just like, I'm not one for, like, meaningless relationship and
You're too old for that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, why are you around me if you don't add no value to my life? Like, I'm not, but that's exactly. That's what I'm saying. So it's just like, why are you around me if you don't add no value to my life? Like, to be honest with you, as hard as it may sound, like, oh, you know, but no, like, why? Seriously, like, we're grown. Like, I don't need you around me if you're not going to add that value to my life, because I know the value that I add to people's lives, and I will want that reciprocated. Like, I'll support you in anything that you do, and it's genuine, you know. And that's the thing, like, finding genuine friends, and also tying back to self-love and all that. Like, if you don't have the right, like, friends, then baby, you're in a hell of a.
Talk down on you.
I'm telling you, oh my gosh, like, I'm so thankful for the friends that I have now, because I done went through friends where it's just like, because, like you said, we were talking off air about how, like, sometimes when people see you as a woman, like, they can be kind of, like, self-conscious because you exude that confidence. So it's like, when in the past, I would have friends where I would try to put them on, like, and I hate being, like, I love motivating, but, like, all the time and being the motivator in, like, my friend group, I'm not getting that in return, I feel drained, like, you know. So it's just like, I will always try to put them on, but it's just like, low-key, like, they're taken from me, but also hating on me at the same time, like, you know what I'm saying? And it's just like, dang, like, you know, I just want what's best for you, and it's just like, and that's the thing, though, I honestly, sometimes I feel like I be having blinders on my eyes, like, I can't see it because I want to see the good in people, and that's me. Every time I see people, I see the good in them, and it's like, I'm going on a tangent, but, like, I say,
potential.
And it's like, I don't know, I just feel like you have to surround yourself with the right people, because if not, I promise you, like, you could lose everything, like, as far as, like, confidence stuff. Because, like, I was around people where it's, like, they used to make me doubt my, like, self. Like, you're not that good, or you're not good at what you do. It's just, like, why do I need to be around people like that? Like, I'm great at what I do. Yeah. And that's just the end of that. Like, I don't need you to tell me that I'm not good at what I do, because I know within myself, you know. So, yeah.
I even have friends where, like, they got to the point where they were comfortable enough to even comment on my body.
Really?
Type of things, like stuff like I used to, like, growing up, you were talking about your insecurities were your lips.
Yeah.
Mine was, like, how small I was.
Yeah.
Because, like, I would get comments, because, like, we grew up in the age where it was, like, popular to be thick.
That's what I'm saying, exactly.
Like, and, like, you know, back in, like, the 90s, it was popular to be skinny, but we didn't have that.
Right, we weren't in the 90s, like, we were,
So, like, at that time, like, I was small. Like, I've always been small. I've never had a big bone in my body at all. So, like, for real, I've always naturally been built like that. And, like, it would be kind of like jokingly, but you could tell it was coming from an insecure place.
And that's that. And you felt it, huh? Like, and that's the thing, once you feel, and thing is, I would feel the energy, but I would dismiss it.
Yeah, it'd be like, oh, they just playing,
that's
even though it hurt. You know
what I mean?
or
like, you just playing. I'm just dismissing it because I want to feel that you're genuine. I want to feel it. So it's just like I'm overthinking, like, are you really? And I don't want, and the thing is, I'm not confrontational at all. Like, I hate being confrontational. Like, when I was younger, I wouldn't say I wasn't, was confrontational, but I was more, you know, quick to speak up on things, and I still feel like I'm bold, but I like maneuver in a way where it's just like I don't want to. So so I'm great. That's a great way to, like, you know, put it. But it's just like I didn't want to just say, oh, you're this way, you know. I didn't want to make things into a big deal. But it's just like, sis, if they're hating on you, then you gotta go. Like, I'm not gonna be around nobody that, you know, I'm uplifting and you're steady. And the thing is, God used to bless me in front of those people that used to hate me. Like, I promise you, it was a blessing in disguise. Because, like, I wasn't looking at it as, like, you know, they're hating on me. So, like, it's just like, you know, when you tell somebody some good things about you, and then, like, you could hear from the tone of their voice they're not really happy for you. They say it all in their demeanor. I was like, congrats. Or must be nice.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
must be nice. That's such a bad.
That's what I'm saying.
Unless you're playing, like, you got that type of relationship.
Yeah, but no, but like, must be nice. Like, really, like, must be nice. And it's just like, when you tell me things about yourself, like, it's not reciprocated, because, like, I would, like, hype you. And this thing is, like, I try to, like, I don't know, I'm a woman's woman. Like, I've been around women my whole life. I have 9 sisters. So I've always been that way. So it's just like, do I need friends? I don't need friends at all. I have sisters. Like, I have blood sisters. But, like, I just try to, like...
It's a desire.
Yeah, and I just try to encourage them. But, like, it's like, people don't have the same heart as you. And that's the thing I had to realize. Like, it's okay. You don't have the same heart as me. And it's like, the thing is, those friends now, like, I wish them nothing but the best. I promise you. Like, I wish them nothing but the best.
But
like, I don't... Yeah, you can't sit at my table no more. At all whatsoever.
You're booted.
Yeah, bye. See you later. Like, you really can't sit at my table. And it's just like, and the thing is, like, one of the friends that used to, like, really just downplay me as far as, like, what I do, and just, like, used to be like, oh, do you think you're capable? Or, like, just throw me under the bus in certain situations. Like, even after we stopped being friends, like, she would still try to leech off me. It's like, girl, you don't get, that's what I'm saying, you don't get the connections at all whatsoever. Like, that's a done deal.
You're
like, exactly.
Ooh,
and that's
I've had that. Ooh.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, she felt that in her bones.
This girl, she keep hitting me up, but we're not friends. That's but every time she hit me up, it's something that she wants.
Exactly. So it's just
never
like
about me.
Exactly. So it's like, is that genuine? It's just, I'm tired of surface level relationships where it's platonically, romantically, people that's not going to be around me for me to, like, you know, exude my love, or actually, like, pour into me. I'm not about to pour into people no more if you're not pouring into me. If you're not pouring into me, bye. Like, bye. I
think it's hard as a woman to find friends. Like, women can be very catty, really messy,
and that's
really
that
bold.
And that's that and that's that. And also, to be honest with you, like, I'm very outgoing, so it's not hard for me to find friends, but the right friends.
The right people.
But the thing is, I talk to a lot of people. Like, I'm such an outgoing spirit. Like, I've always been that way. But I don't have a lot of friends because of that. I feel like if I have a lot of friends, To be honest with you, I wouldn't know how to handle it.
I don't know. I don't want a lot of friends.
Yeah, I don't
Some
either.
people, that's what they strive after. Like, they count
Really?
the number.
Really?
And I'm like, I need one or two good
That's what I'm
friends,
saying.
and
Exactly. I don't need a lot of friends. And that's the thing, though. Although I have a lot of associates, like people that I talk to, hey, I'm always, you know, that's not somebody, like, I feel like I have different level of, like, friendships with different people, because it's just like, okay, I'm not going to be, and the thing is, though, I'm not going to be around somebody, you know, I don't know, it's just, long story short, like, y'all, you got to pick the right friends, like, to wrap that up, like, just pick the right friends, because if not, it could cost you.
It can.
Your confidence. It could really cost you your confidence, and you don't want that, like, at all whatsoever.
So what advice would you give someone who's struggling with prioritizing self-love, is dealing with insecurity or confidence issues? Like, your ultimate, just like, give you just one piece of advice.
One piece of
tell
advice.
them anything.
Okay. One piece of advice. To be honest with you, just forget what people got to say about you. I feel like oftentimes we get into the, oh, if somebody say something about me, like, you know, just forget what they have to say about you. Forget, like, the people that don't believe in you. And it don't matter if it's family members. Like, forget them. Like, for real, like, even if it's family members, love them from a distance. Like, honestly, and tell them, like, you can't have, like, honestly, you gotta not care. Like, that's how you succeed in loving yourself, not caring. Because if you're so fixated on what people have to say about you, and what, like, you're literally gonna drive yourself, insane, because you're always thinking about, like, I don't care what you think of me, like, I don't care, because I know myself. But once you know yourself, and I'm still finding myself, but, like, I'm so, like, you know what I'm saying, I know who I am, so it's just like, I don't care what nobody has to say to me, and that's the key to success. Like, you gotta know that you, like I said before in the beginning of the, like, the show, like, you have to know, like, who you are, and stand on that, like, you know,
10 toes down,
stand on that, seriously, because if you don't, you're just gonna drive yourself insane. So my advice for women out there struggling, even men, like, also, don't care about what they, just like, mute all negativity, all noise around you. That's what I'm saying, and mute all negativity around you, because, to be honest with you,
the only opinion that matters is God at the end of the day.
Exactly. No, seriously.
Not your parents, not your
nobody. At the end of the day, like, and that's the thing, I always say this, like, I used to always, when I was younger too, I really wasn't good at boundary settings. I used to be a people pleaser a lot. But I used to be like, yes to everything, every single thing. Like, even if I had too much on my plate, I would say yes, because I wanted to make them feel good, because I always care about people's feelings and care about, you know. But the minute I said no, I was the worst person. And, like, everything that I did good before then went out the window. And I was like, I'm going to say no, because that person that's asking me for something is going to find somebody else that's going to say yes to them. It doesn't have to be me. And I'm going to say no. Like, so I just started to implement that. And I stopped people pleasing. And I just started to, like, love myself. So, yes. Yes, ma'am. Love yourself. And
love yourself.
Exactly.
Hard eye yourself.
No, for real. I'm not going to do another TikTok. I think I'm like this. Because I got one in mind. I'm not going to say it. But, yeah, just love yourself and just be true to yourself. And, yeah, at the end of the day, like, you live with yourself. Like, it don't matter, like, you're permanent with yourself. Nobody else is permanent with you but you. A lot of people could leave your life, but at the end of the day, you're going to stay with yourself. So you got to learn how to love yourself now, like, sooner than later. Just learn to love yourself, because you're not going to ever leave yourself.
That's crazy.
Seriously, like, even though I'm a twin, at the end of the day, yes, like, we came into the world together, technically. But at the end of the day,
but you guys can separate.
We're two different people. So it's just like, I'm never going to leave my side. So I got to learn to love me, because I won't leave my side ever. You know what I'm saying? And I just stood on that. Like,
yeah. You need to put that on the shirt.
Girl, what?
Y'all be coming up on here giving slogans and stuff.
No, seriously. You should quote it. No, you should quote it and stuff. You can quote it if you want to. You can have it. There you go. You got it. You got it. That's all you.
Look, I knew. Name
okay. I was like, I didn't even say it. You can get credit for it. No, but seriously, just love yourself, man. I swear, once you love yourself, like, the whole world just is easier, because you just stop caring about what other people think. Like, I think that was my biggest thing. I used to care so much. But it's just like, I don't care anymore. You can't make me care. I'm me. You're going to love me for me. And if you don't love me for me, then, and we forgot to talk about how relationship plays into self-love. It's okay.
I'm going to have you back.
Okay. But sure. Yeah.
We could talk about that even on the Sisters.
Oh, yeah, we could. Okay. Yeah. But even that, though, like, yeah, just love yourself. And
So I have a surprise for you.
A surprise?
I do. I'm supposed to
Girl, what? Stop. So, I don't like surprises.
I have some local business owners or creatives that have given away services or products to the guests.
Oh, really?
To kind of like promote their stuff and also just to
that's amazing.
So this girl, her name is Ray Makeup Girl.
Okay.
Was created by Raylan Shulk. I'm so sorry if I said your name wrong. Michigan-based freelance makeup artist. Oh. She does creative and like editorial makeup. The goal is to highlight the creative process that everyone brings to the table and to have fun with it, turning everyday items into a beautiful masterpiece.
That's dope.
What you're gonna get is a free editorial makeup look and a photo shoot. Yes.
No way. For real?
Yes. So
you joking? Like seriously?
No, I'm serious.
Oh, that's so amazing.
Really like literally, she did this photo shoot.
Let me see. What? Ari.
She did the photo. She did the crown, like the flower crown.
She is amazing.
And then somebody shot it. So she has a photographer she's gonna work with, and she's gonna do some.
Does she have an Insta?
Makeup.
Like.
She does. So I'll give you her information.
Wow, that's amazing. But shout out to her. Shout out to her.
I think she wants to do like a monochrome with you.
Okay, we could do that. Like, I'm down, like, for everything, literally.
And I want to be there, so I think I'm gonna shoot some content too.
Okay, like, let's do it. Give me the day. I'm there. Time.
Okay, I'm gonna connect you with her.
Okay. Oh, thank you. Give me a hug. Thank you so much.
Oh, when I connected with her, I was like, yeah, I gotta get that.
Oh, thank you so much. That is so nice.
Thank you for coming and being on the show.
Thank you for having me. Like, no, seriously. Like, if y'all not on the Larae Way show, then y'all gotta be on it. Cause like, come on, look at the experience. I got you. That's what I'm saying. And that's the thing. Some people don't be like really camera, like they don't know what to say.
But this is not. Do you feel like you're on
camera? Like it's personable. Like it's literally like only like it's so personable. It's just like I just feel like I'm talking to you. And I mean I'm outgoing as it is, but like honestly, I just feel they gotta look at it from a perspective. Like honestly, like I look at it like because I know I'm gonna be big. I know I'm gonna be that. Like I'm gonna have to get used to that. A lot of people are gonna interview me, so it's just I look at it from. No, that's what I'm saying. I look at it from a standpoint.
I get to be one of the
right, exactly. So thank you for having me on the Larae Way, and I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right, and
scene.